It sounded like a shotgun! Gone again!
That's courtesy of Spectrum Sportsnet. I've said this before. There are certain players, when the ball hits the bat, it sounds different. And Shohei Ohtani is one of those players. That's a long home run again. He's got 4 home runs in the last 3 games, and he leads the majors with 11. So this is the 8th time in his career he's homered in 3 consecutive games. You look at his first 36 games played, and if I compare this with 36 games in previous seasons starting in 2018, 2021 he had 10 home runs. Then he had 8 in 2022, 8 in 2023. Here he is with 11. Batting average-wise, he's hitting .370. I mean, it's so far away from his previous high, like 293 to 297, and supposedly, a bad elbow, a surgically repaired elbow. Slugging, oh my goodness. On-base percentage is 1,100. He's got 103 total bases. We weren't even sure if he was going to play this year or how limited he would be. We knew he couldn't pitch. But once again, when you hear the ball go off his bat, he doesn't get many of those. It just barely trickled over the wall. He hits them, he gets them. Yeah, Paul.
With how good he's doing and the fact that, if you look back at the releases, he did not have Tommy John surgery. He had a new elbow procedure, which, this is a great sign that you could still play like this. Is there any chance that they would consider not having him move back to a pitching role and just be the best hitter in baseball long term? Well,
you're paying for the pitching part of this as well. I don't know what the contract stipulates. I don't know if he has to make a certain number of starts, or they basically just said, all right, here's the salary. We're giving you $700 million. I would like to have the pitching part of this as well. Yes, Eaton.
It's funny, though, because didn't they sign the contract when the pitching part was out of the equation? Like, wasn't he already hurt, and then he signed this monster deal?
Yes. They knew he was not pitching this year. They did know that. Yeah. But I would think for that kind of money, I'd like to get a couple of starts on the mound. But I'd like to continue that two-way player.
I guess I'm just being cautious here. Like if you're the Dodgers, you could afford with your staff and your depth to let him just be the best hitter in baseball or one of the best. And, the pitching, if you put him in the rotation, he pitches 20 starts next year. Now you're risking the hitting again if he has another elbow issue. I don't know.
But is just hitting worth that kind of contract there? Like his numbers, Are they going to be crazy numbers? Are they going to be just really good numbers? Now, with the Dodgers, it's about winning. It's not, Mookie Betts has better odds to win the MVP right now. You might be surprised at that. A lot better odds than Ohtani, this according to DraftKings. So it's Mookie, Ohtani, Ronald Acuna Jr., and Ellie De La Cruz of the Reds. That's it for MVP in the National League. Yes, Marv.
What more does Ohtani need to do in order to be like a first ballot Hall of Famer? Does he need maybe another 3 or 4 great years?
Well, you got to win. I mean, that always helps. But, depending on how many MVPs he gets, I mean, he's not considered the best player on his own team. Mookie is, at least according to MVP odds. So, is he going to be a Hall of Famer? Yeah, I guess. But I would think for that amount of money, I should be able to get more out of him. You were expecting more. I don't think it's, hey, let's see how this goes hitting-wise. Maybe we don't have you pitch the following year. I would be surprised at that. But these are, Mike Trout's got 10 home runs, I believe. And then he got hurt, but 9 were solo home runs. So he was hitting home runs and usually has a higher batting average than Shohei Ohtani. But yeah, I would say winning, performing on a big stage, that goes a long way. Because we've waited to see Ohtani in these situations, just like we've waited for Mike Trout.